What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I have a product here where I think you guys are gonna love, because based on some of my previous videos, you guys have a lot of interest in mobile gaming. And so this is the Vagabond, and it was sent to me from a company in Canada, Toronto, I believe. And they asked me if I want to take a look at it. So anyway, I do want to thank them for sponsoring this video. So when I looked at this controller, there's one thing that I was looking for, was that if it could work on the iPad mini. And they said yes, it will work on the iPad mini, plus some extras. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do today. Let's go ahead and open this thing up and check it out. I have an iPad mini right here with USB-C, of course. And then I also have a 10-ish inch Samsung A8 right here, which is one of the most affordable Samsung tablet that you can get, which has USB-C. So I wanted to try out on that as well. But anyway, guys, let's go through the drill, because I've been looking for something that will work with a big screen for a while now. Oh, wow. Love the box, by the way. Just the overall aesthetic. I think they could have saved some money. This is definitely good packaging here. Just saying, just saying. Oh, wow. Guys. Look at this, okay? I'm going to close this thing again and show you guys. I'm sorry, but they definitely went all out on this packaging right here. I'm very impressed so far. And I haven't even touched the product yet. It's awesome. Definitely good marketing strategy right here, guys. If anything, buy this just for the packaging. Look how awesome this is. We got ourselves a quick start guide right here. You know, this, like, the grip on this thing feels like a PlayStation 5 controller with the whole edge here. The button feels good. But yeah, the button feels good. Ooh, I love that click too. The D-pad doesn't feel stiff like some of the other ones that I've used. Okay, I am impressed so far. Let's see what else is in the box before we dig deeper into this. Got instruction manual and things like that in here, I'm assuming. Okay, this all get a little shuffled up, but that's okay. So anyway, it's all shuffled up right now, but I'll figure all that out. But there is the 09, 19, 29, 39, 49. I'm sure this is 54. Interesting. Okay, so I've arranged everything again. It's not that hard. I mean, the numbers are all underneath here. So I was able to look at that and then just kind of put them in where they belong. The 09 is installed on here already. It's pre-installed, so you can see it right there. So you can remove that if you want to, but right now I just want to show you guys the difference between, let's say, the 19 versus the 54 is the thickness of it. So if I were to put this side by side, look how thick that is compared to each other. 19 versus 54 right there. So this is 54, this is 19. So that's the thickness of it right there, in case you have a variety of phones and things like that, which I do appreciate. Guys, if you're using cases like I am with my iPhone, this will be helpful for you. And so guys, the first thing that I want to do on this is use my iPhone 16 Pro Max on this thing right here. Now again, this is the 09 attachments that's on here. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that on there and see how it fits. So let's go ahead and plug that in. So as soon as I plug it in, RGB thumbsticks. So here are all the games that work with this gamepad, because the app itself will let you know which one will work well with this gamepad right here. Call of Duty Mobile, Minecraft, Diablo Immortal. We got ourselves Mech Arena, Sky, Asphalt. Yeah, Brawlhalla, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Now that one right there, I will definitely play. In terms of the controller itself, very nice. You see that it uses that much right there, and it fits my large iPhone Pro Max with a thick case. That looks good. Actually, I feel like I can actually go one thicker, which is like the 19, and it'll hold it in even more. This is fine. I mean, this is actually, I can probably get a bigger case and throw it on here. But here's the thing about my case is that, let me show you. This one thing about my case is that it has this bump right here where it's actually like a kickstand. You see this? So it's really, really thick. So it's really taking up a lot of room that is on this side over here. But on this side, I can probably use a 19 and it'll be fine, I think. Yeah, there's plenty of room up on here. You can see that there's plenty of room there. But on this side, check that out. My case camera bump is actually hitting up against it. Anyway, while we are down here, you got yourself earplugs, USB-C, obviously, charge this thing. Then, if I flip this thing around, these trigger right here, they are macro buttons. Okay, so you can set up some macros and you can use those right there. So let's say if you're playing like Street Fighters or any fighting games that requires, you know, a Dukin and all that good stuff, you can press that one button and it'll do the motion for you. Probably, right? That's pretty cool. I will have to try that out on some game. And then in the front, obviously, like I was mentioning earlier, guys, the ergonomic of this feels like the PlayStation 5 controller, which I totally love, by the way. Really like the PlayStation 5 controller. I think that's one of the best controller out there right now. And you got yourself the usual button right here. Let me press this, screenshot on that one. There's some kind of menu button, which, by the way, is probably supported in certain games. In certain games, it won't. Then there's the purple Vagabond button that will actually launch the app itself. Okay, so now the next thing that I think you all been waiting for. We all know that it works on huge iPhones with a thick case. Let's take a look at the iPad mini. I'm not changing out the inserts at all, just to see. And iPad mini, yep. Look at this. She's a beauty. Yeah, so this thing definitely works. I actually do need to plug in to charge. There's plenty of room here. I don't have a case on this iPad, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and grab a case. All right, so I have this case right here that pretty much like every mom and pop out there have. You flip this thing over and you know you can read your iPad and so on and so forth, right? So let's go ahead and use the case on this because, right, I mean that is a use case right there. Okay, so now my iPad with a case, guys, it works. Look how much room you have back there, which is pretty much none. So that is the 09 attachment, by the way. If you want a bigger, if you have a thinner case, then you can probably use a thicker mounting points or adapter. So just in case if you're trying to figure out which adapter to use on your case, this would be a good way to do it right here. So let's say you do this, you put it right here. That looks like it works really well. That gives it too much room, and that's none right there. Now if I were to put this over here, this is the 29. That won't work. 39 won't work. So anyway, it looks like the 19 is going to work for my case right here. That's a pretty good adapter selector right there. Now last but not least, let's go ahead and try it out on a 10-inch. Actually, this is like 11-inch. See if that works. I doubt it's gonna work, by the way, because I think this thing is already at its max. Yeah, so it does not work. If I were to go like this right here, you can see that it's maxed out right here. So no, it does not work on like a big Samsung. iPad mini, it'll work. iPhone with a thick case, that will work. So no problem there. I think iPad with thick case as well will work also. This is a fairly thin case, I would say. You can probably do a thicker case, and I think you don't even have to use any one of these adapters at all. So there you go, guys. That's my quick look at the ELO Vagabond right there. I'm so glad that there are a company out there that does this. I mean, we got some really good game coming out for mobile and things like that, and I'm so glad that they're thinking about us, mobile gamers, that's using these. You know what I'm saying? and they're actually thinking about, hey, people might have thick cases on their phone. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's it for me right there. I'm out. Have a good one. Bye-bye.